Let's go with the Ravens. The Ravens are incredible. The Ravens are 5-1 right now, and the Ravens have one of the most electrifying quarterbacks in the league, which is Lamar Jackson. However, we cannot deny that this year the Ravens have taken a step back from last year. Last year, they had one of the greatest offenses we've ever seen. Last year, Lamar Jackson was incredible. He won the MVP. One thing that we're seeing with the Ravens is teams are starting to dare the Ravens or they're starting to dare Lamar to beat them with his arm. Now, don't get me wrong. Lamar Jackson is not a bad passer. Lamar Jackson, he's not bad, but one of his strong suits, of course, is running the ball with his speed, with his ability to make defenders miss. That we know that's Lamar Jackson's calling card, honestly. And we're starting to see that, again, teams are just totally committed to stopping the run. And while, yes, they are 5-1, they're not the same. Like Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City Chiefs are 5-1, and the Ravens are 5-1. I think the Kansas City Chiefs are 6-1 right now. Yeah, 6-1. But those teams are. It doesn't seem like they're close because the Ravens have struggled more than we've seen, or more than their record shows. Now, how would I fix the Ravens? Two things. One, I think Lamar Jackson needs to work on his ability to pass out of the pocket. Do I think that he is a bad passer out of the pocket? No, I don't. But do I think he needs to improve, especially to help his team win? Yes, I do. I think if Lamar Jackson becomes a better... Now, I don't think he needs to be a pocket passer, as far as... I don't think that needs to be his number one option, but I think that he needs to improve that to be, so he can fall back on that a little more, seeing as though that teams are starting to play them as in, yo, Lamar, we're not about to let you run. We're not about to let you run all over us. You're going to have to do something about it. So I think that if he improves on his pocket passing, that'll be a lot better. And also, we knew this last year, but it's starting to be a little bit more apparent that the Ravens don't have a solid number one option when it comes to wide receivers. Like, you have Marquise Brown and you have Mark Andrews, who, by the way, is a tight end. Like, they don't really have their plethora of talented wide receivers. If you go out there and get, I don't know, get like an AJ Green. If you get an AJ Green, that'll help tremendously. If you go out there and we heard Michael Thomas' name being thrown out there and maybe trade talks. If you go out there and get a Michael Thomas, that to me will open up your offense so much. Because right now, outside of Lamar Jackson, the running game hasn't been there. You know, J.K. Dobbins, he's been okay, but he hasn't been great. And Mark Ingram, he hasn't been good at all, honestly. So outside of Lamar, the running game hasn't been the same. So if you're trying to fall back on your passing game, you need better weapons than a tight end who, don't get me wrong, Mark Andrews is good, but you need a number one wide receiver. And right now, Marquise Brown is not it. So that's why I think if you get, I think they have to be aggressive when it comes to this trade deadline. I think if they get a number one wide receiver, like I said, see about AJ Green. See about Michael Thomas. See what Julio Jones and the Atlanta Falcons, seeing as though they lost yet again on Sunday. See what they're doing with that. I know they did bring Dez Bryant on the practice squad, but I don't think at least from right now, I don't know how much he can really give you as far as number one option. You know what I mean? So Lamar Jackson get a little better at being a pocket passer. Not saying fall back on that, but and I don't think that you should change your style as far as I think that you should continue to be a run first quarterback, seeing as though that is giving you the most success. I mean, that got the Ravens to the best record in the league last year and an MVP. But I do think that, you work on the pocket passing a little more. teams. I think the running game will start opening up a little more for you. Also, go get a number one wide receiver. You need it. Marquise Brown, don't get me wrong, he's good, but he's not number one material, at least right now, in my opinion. Go see what Julio Jones is doing. Go see AJ Green. Go talk to Michael. Go talk to the Saints to see if Michael Thomas is available. So